Well, good for her, because he ain't gonna be able to walk no more, according to rumors. Ben 10 paralyzed. They didn't make it public yet. I'm gonna catch your name and pick out when I post this. Okay, bro, please. So, LOL. I don't want to be in none of that BR mess.
Ben 10 is reportedly paralyzed, and now JPrinceJr. could be staring down some serious legal pressure because of it. The son of one of the most influential names in hip-hop might end up in handcuffs, all tied to a situation where someone who showed loyalty is now stuck in a hospital bed, unable to move his legs.
Junior was supposed to be the one to take the chain. He the one that's in tour with him. He the one that's mad because he cracking his baby mama. Like at the end of the day, it's pillow talking going on, and it's a whole lot of sending a person off.
April 8th, Houston, inside a spot called Confessions. What was supposed to be a simple night quickly turned chaotic. All-Star Jr. was just trying to leave. Nothing extra, no drama expected, but things shifted fast. JPrinceJr. allegedly got word that he was there, made a call, gathered people, and had them move toward the elevators. That's when everything spiraled. Ben 10 reportedly showed up out of loyalty, and instead of walking away, he ended up getting hit with multiple gunshots. Now, the situation is being talked about everywhere. Ben 10 reportedly can't walk, and JPrinceJr. might be facing serious consequences sooner than people expected.
They ran. They wouldn't even let OG33 on the elevator. JPrinceJr. All-Star said that they wouldn't even let him on the elevator. Like at the end of the day, you tried to set that man up and it ended up backfiring on you. Regardless of how they look at it or what they do or how they put it.
So what actually happened inside that restaurant? Who was really there that night? How did things escalate so quickly? And why are people saying JPrinceJr. could be dealing with charges without even pulling a trigger? This situation is deeper than it looks. To really understand what's going on, you have to zoom out and see the bigger picture. A lot of people hear these names, but don't fully grasp the weight behind them. So here it is in simple terms. First, JPrinceJr. If you know anything about Houston's rap scene, then you already know the Prince family name carries serious influence. And it's not just about music either. His father, James Prince Sr., built Rap-A-Lot Records from the ground up into a powerhouse. We're talking about a label that helped launch legends like the Ghetto Boys and Scarface, shaping Southern hip-hop in a major way. That name carries power across generations, and this situation goes way beyond just industry talk. There's real influence here, real connections, and a reputation that stretches way beyond music.
You cannot go out in these streets thinking that you can just take something from somebody and it ain't gonna be no consequences behind it. Like at the end of the day, regardless of what's going on, you have to watch the company you keep and you have to watch the people you keep in your circle.
And now JPrinceJr. has been trying to carve out his own path, build his own name. But here's the problem. His name keeps showing up in situations that have nothing to do with music at all. We've seen headlines before, different incidents, different moments tied to controversy, and now he's being linked to one of the most serious situations of 2026. And this time, it's not just online chatter or rumors floating around. There's footage being talked about, witnesses speaking up, and someone lying in a hospital bed who may never fully recover.
It's a lot of people who said that All-Star JR, he was aiming for JPrinceJr., but he hopped on the elevator. Like at the end of the day, by him hopping on that elevator, it goes to show that's who he really wanted, regardless of them trying to take his chain or not. Now, keep in mind,
that changes everything and raises the stakes in a major way. Now let's talk about NBA. Ben 10, real name Ben Anthony Fields. He's closely connected to NBA YoungBoy Circle, part of the Never Broke Again movement, and that group is known for tight loyalty. This isn't something casual or surface level. It runs deep and people take it seriously. Ben 10 isn't just a random name either. He's respected in the Baton Rouge scene, someone who's been around and standing solid for years. That's exactly why this situation hits so hard. This wasn't just someone randomly caught up in the wrong place at the wrong time. This was someone who came to Houston with his people and somehow got pulled into something that escalated way too far, way too fast. It makes you really stop and question how things can spiral out of control like this. Then there's All-Star Jr., real name Jeremy Ford, born February 6, 1994, out of Detroit, Michigan, coming from Joy Road on the west side before moving around the east.
he made a post and he said that they took a couple of his chains, but it was some of his chains that he had on his neck that he didn't want nobody taking. Like at the end of the day, them was the chains that he kept a tight grip over. Regardless of how they put it or how they try to fabricate it and act like this happened, that happened. He paralyzed now. And Junior, he came out and said it. All-Star, he said what was going on. Y'all know Detroit, just like Chicago, they don't play no games. And regardless of how they look at it, you put yourself in this, man. You should have been somewhere.
He came up through the All-Stars Ball Hard movement alongside T. Grizzly, All-Star Lee, and All-Star Poe. That's a serious background with real history behind it. This isn't just talk or hype. This is someone who built his name in Detroit, one of the toughest rap scenes out there. Mixtapes, reputation, years of grinding, all of it adds up. And on April 8th, 2026, reports say he showed he wasn't backing down at all. So now you've got all the key people involved, and the setting is Confessions Restaurant on Kirby Drive in Houston, late night around 11:30 p.m. And this is where everything really starts to get out of control. This situation didn't just start that night, it goes back further, and the reason behind it has people seriously questioning everything. According to what's been circulating from multiple sources, the root of it all ties back to a woman, and things get even more complicated from there. More specifically, reports claim it involves All-Star Jr.'s child's mother. There are allegations that JPrinceJr. may have gotten involved with her, and even more serious claims have been floating around suggesting there may have been some kind of inappropriate interaction involving the child. Now that part is unconfirmed and still being treated strictly as an allegation, but people are pointing to it as a major reason tensions escalated. When you mix personal relationships, emotions, and street reputation, things don't stay quiet for long. They don't just sit in messages or online posts. They grow fast and spill into real-life situations. That's exactly what this situation is starting to look like. So picture this. All-Star Jr. ends up in Houston, whether for business or something else. But now he's in JPrinceJr. city. And somehow, everything starts connecting.
Put up with NBA Youngboy. You was in security, remember? That's where y'all should have been at. What y'all doing in Houston? Y'all trying to kick it. Y'all trying to keep the spring break going on extended. Like at the end of the day, man, you cannot sit there and go out here in these streets and thinking you can just take something from somebody and ain't nobody gonna pop you. Like at the end of the day, you gotta watch the people you hang around. People will pop you for certain things that you do. You cannot go everywhere thinking that somebody's just gonna let you get away with doing anything, even if you talk crazy to somebody.
Reports say that once JPrinceJr. found out All-Star Jr. was inside Confessions, a call was made, people started getting contacted, and a group quickly began forming. And then more names get pulled in. Ben 10 reportedly shows up, another affiliate from the NBA circle, along with others connected to mob ties. Just think about that setup for a second. It's a serious mix of influence and tension all in one place, all because someone he has issues with is in the same building. According to reports, the move was to confront All-Star Jr. near the elevators right as he was trying to leave. That detail stands out the most. He wasn't going toward them. He was on his way out. But instead, things escalated fast. He allegedly gets surrounded, multiple people rushing in, trying to grab chains, throwing hits, even swinging chairs. What started as a confrontation quickly turned into full chaos. It looked like things were about to go one way, and fast, but then everything flipped in a split second. During the chaos, a gun reportedly fell to the floor from someone in the group, and that moment changed everything. All-Star Jr., who was allegedly unarmed at the time, reportedly picked it up, and just like that, the entire situation shifted instantly, turning into something way more serious than anyone expected. Shots rang out, fast, loud, and without warning. In just seconds, what looked like a one-sided situation flipped into complete chaos.
JPrinceJr. was talking crazy to that man the whole time, and look what happened. Like at the end of the day, you put yourself in this, and that being 10, all he doing, they got the tubes and stuff going down his throat. We saw the footage from inside the hospital. Dude sitting right there, he mad because he feel like Mob Ties and JPrinceJr. sent that, like they sent them off. Like at the end of the day, you put yourself in this, man. Whatever he said he was gonna pay y'all to do that, or whatever he said he was gonna do for y'all to do that.
Around 11:30 p.m., Houston police responded to reports of gunfire at Confessions, and by the time officers arrived, the scene was already out of control. 2 people had been shot, and investigators immediately started trying to piece together what really happened. Authorities later revealed that one victim was hit multiple times in the torso, while another suffered gunshot wounds across different areas, including the legs and arms. This wasn't minor. This was serious from every angle. Then the rumors started spreading fast. Within hours, People began saying one of the victims was NBA Ben 10, and the updates coming out were alarming. ICU, critical condition, severe injuries. It painted a grim picture right away, and then came even more worrying talk about possible long-term damage. According to multiple sources, Ben 10 may have suffered injuries that could affect him permanently. Some are even saying he may never walk again. Now, to be clear, that has not been officially confirmed, but the silence has people watching closely. No photos, no direct statements from his circle, just quiet, and that silence is raising a lot of questions. The only real update came from OG Monique, who's connected to the NBA circle. She confirmed that Ben 10 is alive and alert and told people to stop spreading false claims about his death, and that definitely matters. But being alert doesn't mean everything is fine. That's a completely different conversation. Meanwhile, All-Star Jr. reportedly left the scene, managing to get out on his own. And this is where things take another serious turn. From a legal standpoint, this situation is now being looked at through the lens of self-defense. Reports say he was outnumbered, being attacked, and had his property targeted. The weapon used reportedly wasn't even his to begin with. It was picked up during the chaos, and Houston police have already indicated that the situation appears to align with self-defense based on what they've seen so far. As of now, no charges have been filed against him, no arrest, and that alone has people talking heavy.
You end up getting yourself into a failed mission at the end of the day, regardless of how you look at it. Man, life's too short, and regardless of what's going on, you got your own NBA chain, you got your own jewelry, but you need to add to the collection, huh? Like at the end of the day, man, All-Star JR wasn't wrong for what he did. He popped their ass because they tried to rob him. And JPrinceJr., he set up the robbery all because of a girl.
But here's the deeper layer. This was never just about a chain. That's only what it looked like on the surface. When you connect everything leading up to that night, the situation involving the woman, the reported tension, the call being made, and people showing up, it starts to paint a much more personal and intense picture. All of this is starting to look like it may have been about sending a message. And according to what's been circulating, JPrinceJr. is being looked at as the one who may have set things in motion. Reports claim he got word that All-Star Jr. was there, and that single moment allegedly triggered everything that followed. One call reportedly led to people showing up, moving into position near those elevators, and creating the exact situation that ended with someone now fighting for their health in a hospital. That's why so many people are paying close attention to how this all unfolded. Now here's the legal side that really has people talking. When someone organizes a group, directs others to confront someone, and that situation leads to serious harm, or worse, the law doesn't just focus on who pulled the trigger, it goes deeper than that. There are laws around conspiracy and related charges that can still apply even if someone didn't physically carry out the act. So if investigators believe JPrinceJr. played any role in setting this up, even indirectly, that could bring serious legal consequences. And then footage started surfacing, reportedly showing him at the scene, that added even more attention instantly. Presence, combined with alleged communication and possible motive, is exactly the type of detail investigators examine closely when building a case. Right now, authorities have confirmed the investigation is still active. No official suspects have been publicly named yet, but surveillance footage from inside confessions is expected to play a major role in what happens next. Because at the end of the day, cameras don't argue, they don't pick sides, and they don't forget. Whatever is captured on that footage could end up telling the full story exactly how it happened, with no room for spin. Meanwhile, people online are going back and forth, debating whether All-Star Jr.'s side was completely in the clear or not. That conversation is getting loud. Reports suggest there was tension on both sides, and even claims of an attempted robbery involving JPrinceJr. are being discussed. So this situation isn't being viewed as one-sided by everyone, and that's exactly why it keeps getting more complicated the deeper you look into it. That may have been what sparked everything. So let's be honest, nobody in this situation is walking around like they had nothing to do with it at all. But here's the part that actually matters, both legally and morally. All-Star Jr. reportedly reacted after being physically attacked and targeted. He didn't walk into confessions looking to start problems. The situation came to him. And that one detail changes everything when it comes to how this could play out. That distinction is what's going to shape every legal move from here on out. Because when you really look at what happened on April 8th, the impact didn't stay in Houston. It sent shockwaves through the entire hip-hop world, and people are still talking about it heavy. First, you've got the mob ties situation. JPrinceJr. has spent years building that name, that brand, that circle. A lot of people in Houston have aligned themselves with it, stood next to it, and moved with it. But after this incident, people are starting to ask real questions, and not small ones either. They're asking how many times that name has been connected to situations that ended badly.
3200 Kirby Drive at the Confessions nightclub, just behind me upstairs. It's a bar/restaurant type location. Tonight there was probably, I don't know, 20, 30 people in there and several servers and everything. Got some pretty good video. We got 2 victims on the scene right now. This is a shooting. We got 2 victims. Let's see, one's been shot multiple times in the torso.
That's what keeps coming up online. The more people look into it, the more uncomfortable it starts to feel for some. When the same name keeps appearing around serious incidents, people stop calling it coincidence and start looking at it in a completely different way. Then the conversation shifts back to the takeoff situation in 2022. That moment shook the culture in a major way. And while JPrinceJr. was never charged in that case, his name still came up in discussions surrounding it. That's something people haven't forgotten. Now, with this new situation unfolding, those comparisons are coming back strong. People are connecting dots, talking about patterns, and paying closer attention than ever. Because when certain names keep showing up near major moments, whether directly or indirectly, it's going to raise questions every single time. People are going to connect the dots whether anyone likes it or not. That's just how this works, especially when the same names keep coming up in serious situations. Now take a look at NBA Young Boys camp, because this part gets complicated fast. There's already documented tension between YB and the Prince side, so now people are asking a big question. Why was Ben 10, someone closely tied to YB, even in a situation connected to JPrinceJr. in the first place? That question is everywhere right now. And honestly, there's still no clear answer. It just adds another layer to an already messy situation, and people are watching every detail closely, trying to figure out how all these connections crossed paths that night. Then you've got All-Star Jr.'s position in all of this. He came to Houston and walked out alive, while others didn't walk out the same. And in the streets, that kind of story spreads fast and builds its own narrative almost instantly. But don't get it twisted, he's not completely in the clear just yet. Even when self-defense is being discussed, things can still get complicated real quick. There can be ongoing investigations, grand jury reviews, and even civil cases that come into play afterward. His legal team is definitely going to have a lot to handle moving forward because situations like this don't just disappear overnight. There are always layers, and every detail matters when it comes to how things play out legally. And then there's Ben 10's family. And this is where everything hits different. Because beyond all the online debates, opinions, and back and forth, there's a real person lying in a hospital bed right now. Ben Anthony Fields is more than just a name in headlines. He has family, people who care about him, people watching all of this unfold in real time. And if the reports about his condition are true, his life could be changed permanently. That's the part that really stays with you. Because from everything being said, Ben 10 didn't start this situation. He reportedly showed up in support, answered a call, and ended up caught in something that went way too far. And now, out of everyone involved, he might be the one facing the most serious consequences. And that reality is what makes this whole situation hit even harder. That's not something you can just scroll past and forget. When you really zoom out and take in this whole situation, it's way bigger than just a few names being mentioned. This is about power, loyalty, and how fast everything can go left when those two collide the wrong way. The music industry, especially in hip-hop, has always had that close link between entertainment and real-life situations. Most people find a way to stay on the right side of that line. But when that line gets crossed, the consequences become very real, and they hit hard. Because once things turn physical, once people start getting hurt, once lives are changed forever, it's no longer about music, image, or reputation anymore.
Probably in his late 20s. Another one's been shot in the extremities, in the lower extremities, and also all throughout his arms and everything several times. And he's probably in his mid-20s. They're both transported to local hospitals right now, and they're both in very critical condition. So My name is Lieutenant R. Wilkins, W-I-L-L.
JPrinceJr. comes from a powerful legacy, no doubt about it. But having that kind of name also comes with pressure and serious responsibility. And based on everything being discussed right now, people are starting to question whether those responsibilities were handled the right way at all. That's where the real conversation is happening now, and it's not slowing down anytime soon. What happened on April 8th goes beyond just one night. It leaves behind a question that keeps coming up again and again. At what point do people stop making excuses for those in power, especially when their actions, directly or indirectly, lead to others getting hurt? That question is getting louder, and more people are paying attention, because at the center of all this is Ben 10, someone who reportedly showed loyalty, answered a call, and showed up when it mattered. And now he's in a hospital bed, fighting for his life and possibly fighting to walk again. That reality cuts deeper than anything else being said, and it's the part of this story that people won't be forgetting anytime soon. That's a heavy reality no matter how you look at it. And JPrinceJr., he was there. He's been seen in footage inside that building, part of the environment where everything went down. And if investigators and prosecutors follow through the right way, there are going to be serious questions that need real answers. Because here's the truth, cameras don't pick sides. Cameras don't care about affiliations, reputations, or family names. They don't care who built what or who runs what. They capture what actually happened, and whatever was recorded inside Confessions on Kirby Drive could end up shaping how this entire story plays out. Now, if Ben 10 pulls through, and genuinely, everyone hopes he does, things might not reach the most extreme legal level possible. But even then, this situation is far from over. Civil cases could come into play, deeper investigations could follow, and there's still a long road of legal pressure ahead for everyone involved. And if things take a worse turn, if his condition doesn't improve, then everything shifts instantly. The situation becomes even heavier. The legal stakes rise, and no name, no legacy, no level of influence is going to stand in the way if the evidence points in a certain direction. This is one of those situations where real life is moving fast, faster than social media can even keep up. The investigation is active, the footage is out there, and people are already forming strong opinions. Now it all comes down to whether the legal system catches up and delivers clear answers. So stay locked in, because this story is still unfolding in real time, and anything can change at any moment. If you've been following this situation, make sure you tap in, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone else who's been keeping up with everything. And drop a comment saying justice for Ben 10 so we can see where everyone stands on this. Turn on notifications too, because the moment any update drops, whether it's about Ben 10, legal developments, or anything new, it's getting covered right here, straight up, no extra spin.